Oh, okay. I can't pick him. That's depressing. We haven't seen some of these people in a while, so I'll just pick them. I said I was gonna go to the chantry first.
So, did you step on something sharp, Fenris?
No?
Slam your fingers in a door?
No.
Smack your head on a low beam?
Is there a point to this line of questioning?
Just wondering why you're so cross all the time.
Perhaps it's the inane prodding.
Well, he is grumpy. Okay. Oh, what's all this? Just books? Just gonna grab them. Okay. Hey, Sebastian.
I thought it would end here. That young lady, Hawk, she decimated Flint Company. No survivors. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawk? We were just talking about you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
I'd rather talk directly, if you don't mind. I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harrimans like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman.
Yeah, that's great.
You can always find me here in the Chantry.
Nice. Let's take him. Let's see. We're gonna do his mission later.
Come to the alienage, Fenris.
I don't live in the alienage.
Don't you care
That was
about the
weird.
plight of our people? Not even a little bit.
Wow.
I don't need to
It was
visit
totally
to know what they suffer. I know it better than
delayed.
I've lived there for years. I see it firsthand.
And I lived it.
Okay, this is that guy's mom. What happened?
You did so much for my Fainreal already, but I visited him among the people, but he turned me away. I know the demons still plague him, and now they've taken him. 2 days ago, Fainreal went into a nightmare and hasn't returned.
Oh gosh.
I've braved the Fade before. Perhaps I can aid him.
You have been so kind to us. Fainreal thinks of you as a true friend. Keeper Marathari thinks an ancient Dalish ritual can help free Fainreal, but someone he trusts must enter the Fade to guide him out.
Enter the Fade. Hawk, don't do this. The Golden City was corrupted from such folly.
I've already called for the Keeper. We need to begin the ritual as quickly as possible. Would you like to stay here or return when she arrives?
I've got a few things to finish first.
Yes, I suggest you settle your affairs. Once you are in the Fade, the only way to emerge is with my son.
Sebastian, what? Like, I didn't agree, really. I just spoke to her. Dude, don't start with me. I haven't spoken to her in a long time.
You look well.
Are you talking about the flush on my cheeks? It must be the whiskey. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find?
Yes.
I'm in the lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
The search for this thing has consumed you. Let it go.
I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Okay, no.
You can count on me.
Thanks. I appreciate it. If I learn anything new, you're the first to hear about it.
So we can, like, flirt with all of them. I wonder...
Are you an Andrastian, Fen?
If I say no, will you attempt to convert me?
Many elves.
These three are not a good match for each other.
I wonder if your experiences soured your faith.
My faith was never strong.
My gosh.
It's difficult for a slave to have faith in someone who abandoned them.
Sebastian, really?
Maker didn't enslave you, Fenris.
He didn't
Dude.
help me much either.
And yet you stand here free. Perhaps.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawk. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
I suppose after the whole business with Carver, it's a good idea to hang on.
And her sister.
To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
Right, because 3 years have passed, so that means the hero of Ferelden did her thing. Aw,
What would I do with
I love Eric.
trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawk. You know I can't stand to see a human cry. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Yes.
My mother used to say that there
Do I need to talk to him again?
This is the best tavern in Kirkwall.
Okay.
It could use some cute dwarven serving girls, but otherwise, it's perfect.
Well, I guess we just keep running around speaking to people. We'll go to Fenris next.
Were you ever dedicated in the faith of the Chantry?
I have no memory of my childhood. Denarius had no desire to teach his slaves anything that made them think.
Leave him alone, Sebastian.
Sorry.
God.
Imagine how difficult your life has been.
No, you can't.
Whether you were taught
He's-
it or not, the Maker has room at his side for every soul, even you.
He doesn't want to be taught something right now. He's clearly not, like, thrilled about all of it.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport?
Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Ooh. I mean, it's got to be way more comfortable
Yes.
than where he was living before, of course.
There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
Don't tell me you're going to miss all the attention.
Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
Was I rude?
You start over. Isn't that what you want?
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony
it's
wiped away
lyrium?
everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
Okay, we could just flirt with basically any of them. Sure, why not?
Be able to help with your problems. Or give you a few more.
Only a few.
The good kind.
Tempting. You're a beautiful woman, Hawk. Is
It
anyone
worked.
else who has your attention?
I didn't quite catch that first part.
I don't need to repeat the obvious, I'm certain. I'm an escaped slave and an elf living in a borrowed mansion. None of those things bother you?
Why
No.
do you think that would bother me?
You are not most people, clearly. You raise an interesting point. I'll have to consider it.
Cool, it worked. Interesting. Who else do we have to talk to? I guess nobody. We spoke to Aveline. Since we're already here, we can do this Sebastian mission.
There is something very wrong in here.
More! You lazy son of a bitch! What's taking so long?
Flora?
Why does no one in this house care what I want? More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the dregs.
Oh
She
dear.
doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
I mean, she could be really, really drunk too. Okay, we're back at the front. What was that yelling? Oh, that was that same lady. Where am I supposed to go? I'm already lost, guys.
My head.
More logs. It must be molten.
What the heck are y'all doing?
I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Please, Monsieur!
There's nothing to fear. You'll be beautiful. Pour it over her.
Don't! You'll kill her! He can't hear me.
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
What madness? We don't even know what we're looking at right now. What was that? Something on the table. Laura's diary. First day of Harvestmere. Mother finally began her expansion to the estate today. She brought 24 men from the Imperium, who I'm sure were slaves, and they've been excavating the hillside behind the house. The dirt is awful, and the noise. Must they shatter every rock in Kirkwall? It's been quiet since lunch, though. And Mother is behaving very strangely. She's now talking about stopping the expansion, just like that, with no explanation. She never tells me anything. Okay. Did they find something weird?
Oh, lower, lower.
Pardon, Hawk. I did not mean to expose you to such things.
Oh my god.
Doing? The Thalanost.
Oh, the feather. Use the feather.
So weird.
Where have you been all my life? Today, I am more than a man. Come, felicitate me.
He has
Oh my
no
god.
idea we're here.
Let's get out.
I've known Ruxton Harriman my whole life. He's a complete prude.
Where's your brother? Let's ask him to join us.
Oh. Dude. 11th day of Harvestmere. What can be happening? First father, now Brett. I can't talk to either of them anymore. I don't know what they're drinking, but they're lost in their own little worlds, and Mother doesn't care. Should she even be here? Should she even be here? All she talks about is Starkhaven and marrying me off to that idiot Goran Vale. What madness has come over this place?
You know
Huh.
what they say about a man with big hands.
Lord, get me out of here.
I have the manacles right here.
Quit it. Nothing over here. Flint Company Mercenary. Hey, can I just get it?
Prayed for
Okay.
Andraste to guide us to peace with the Harrimans.
Turn back. There is nothing here for you.
Odd. When we watched you being a drunken ass,
That's the same
you
one.
ignored us completely.
You shall not enter.
Wait, all three of them. We just saw. Okay. Demons.
Demons, temptresses. We must see what greater evil they were protecting.
Okay. They probably dug into something they shouldn't have, yeah. There it is.
A ruin, so close to Hightown. I remember no such thing.
They were digging.
In the shadows, more of them.
It's done.
Lots of creepy skeletons, as usual. There's multiple ways to go. I might have missed something back there, but oh well.
You must give me more. Starkhaven will not submit. I put that idiot Goran Vale into the prince's seat, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep.
Working with demons never works out.
And your children. What more can you offer?
At the Blooming Rose, 50 silver's standard for a hall.
You'll hardly find my services standard.
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian.
Oh God.
Your mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her.
Wow.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished. But it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not? You both wish to rise.
No.
Not if it meant selling out my family.
How loyal were your friends to you?
Really loyal. What?
Everyone has a price. Everyone wants something.
Do not listen to her.
I'm not going to.
Oh, such a pious soul, masking so much ambition. Are you so different from my lady? You yearn for the same lands, the same power.
I am the rightful heir. She is a usurper and murderer.
You swore to put aside worldly goods and ambitions, but they couldn't stop you from wanting them.
Oh, bull. I'm done.
Hear no more from you.
Not saying anything I care about.
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Hey, man. It always ends up with demons, people. This is not a good thing.
I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
She's back.
I am so sorry is such an inadequate word. When I think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
Terrible.
Friends, Flora.
She didn't want to do it.
Came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
No, she wasn't under control of herself.
Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon?
We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it. Those ruins there were unearthed when we expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew.
Don't blame your mother.
No,
made this happen.
I mean,
many people will be so forgiving.
I don't know. Her mom, maybe not, but
The last coin my family owns, I will make reparations to everyone we've wronged. Starting with you, Sebastian. We weren't the only ones vying for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
I'll tell you when I need you.
wow. Ah, Well, what do you think, dude?
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the Desire Demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
What? Scrub.
You acted honorably. Why are you ashamed?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince.
Okay.
Everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Don't let the demon make you doubt yourself.
In trying to retake Starkhaven, I have already brought death to so many. Could I ever do enough good as prince to justify that?
An omelet?
You could be a just and fair ruler. Worry about reparations once you take your lands.
I know you've done great things in Kirkwall, Hawk. I imagine your methods haven't always been scrupulous. But you clearly do more good than harm. I just don't know if I can follow that road.
What's with the rivalry? Seriously, dude? I'm trying to encourage this guy, and he's like,
I think
angry.
This is yours.
Yes, the bow.
Father's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company mercenaries had it.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
I'm sorry I never got a chance to meet them. To save them.
I know. You're a true friend, Hawk. You brought me this to remember and honor them. But if I could bring back our lowest servant by snapping it in half, I'd do it without regrets.
And now plus 10, we're back to normal. Like, this friendship stuff is hard in this game.
Desperately trying to stay away. But the giggling, and the perfume, and those revealings.
Wow, sorry for you, dude.
As a brother in the Chantry, I'm allowed to hear confessions.
Ooh, does he have one?
You tell me this.
I know Daenerys made you do things. I thought you might be more comfortable talking to a friend. You should know. A murder committed under duress is a sin on the one who ordered it, not the one whose hands carried out the deed.
Have I not spoken enough of my past? Does everyone in Kirkwall wish to hear every sordid detail?
Sometimes it's painful to speak, but it's the only way the wound can be lanced.
Oh, he's trying to... Wow, I didn't expect them to chat so much. Okay, now that Sebastian's mission's done, we can start focusing somewhere else. Prime suspect. I don't know. I need to think. Oh, cutscene.
Heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for you to be here?
Maybe not, but we'll be cautious.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
Honestly, this game has made me think the Circle's super necessary. Because...
What the Circle does here is better than the alternative.
An
Yes.
alternative I am very familiar with.
Herding mages together and putting them under lock and key? It can't be the answer.
They could be nicer about it, but...
Ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Oh, Lord, people.
Many mages preaching sedition. The Templars would not feel so compelled to use the right of tranquility.
Now, tranquility is another thing. That's a terrible thing to do to someone.
Aveline says you need my help again.
I've spent the past few years continuing my investigation into the murders of Nanette, Marin, and the other women. I believe I finally have a suspect. A man called Gascard Dupuis.
If you know he's guilty, do something about it.
Ah, and here we get to the crux of the matter. I cannot lay a finger on Dupuis. When I became convinced of his guilt, I went to the city guard and demanded that they do something. The guards raided his mansion and found nothing. They were forced to apologize, and I was reprimanded. Meredith forbade me from continuing my investigation. But she didn't say I couldn't seek outside help.
What have you learned about Gascard Dupuis?
He's a reclusive nobleman who's rarely seen outside his estate in Hightown. He knew 2 of the murdered women and made inquiries about the others. It cannot be a coincidence.
Inquiries? Inquiries like, where are they? Okay.
It should be investigated at least.
Thank you. I faced nothing but ridicule. To hear someone say that is encouraging.
What do you need me to do?
I knew I could count on you. You'll need to go to Gascard Dupuis' estate after nightfall. Please figure out what Dupuis is hiding. If he's innocent, find evidence to prove me wrong. It's just that simple.
All right, then. This town is awful. This is Hightown. I mean, nowhere should be this bad, but still, it's like right outside the Viscount's estate. And no guards to do anything. Gascard, thank you kindly for your last shipment. It arrived in almost perfect condition. The requested payment is on its way. Please use the artifact with care. The creatures can be difficult to control, even for an experienced mage. Pleasure doing business.
Gascard likes ancient artifacts, just like me.
Meredith's apology. Please accept my humble apologies for recent events. The Templar Emmerich has been reprimanded for his wrongful accusations and for arousing suspicions within the city guard that led to the raid on your estate. I will see that he's restrained in the future.
Clever.
Okay.
Stopped Emmerich from investigating by getting Meredith on his side.
Yeah.
Women's clothing. Perhaps they were taken off the murdered women.
Those
Oh.
are fine. They must be very valuable.
Help me, please! He's gone mad!
You're not him. Shit,
My God.
I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
Let her go and we can talk.
If I let her go, you'll kill me. I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both. Just let me explain.
All right. We'll see if you can talk yourself out of this.
Several years ago, my sister was murdered. The bastard's now in Kirkwall, killing again. The same way he killed my sister. It starts with a bouquet of white lilies. He sends them to each new victim. Alessa was going to be next.
Oh, she got some lilies.
To come to me. I was finally going to face my sister's killer, but then you showed up.
He's lying! He hurt me!
I've explained this. I need your blood to track you down. If he took you, it was for your protection.
Let go of me!
She's terrified.
She'll go straight to the city guard. They'll ruin everything.
I can help you track down your sister's killer.
No, I can manage on my own. I'm headed to Darktown. If you learn anything new about the killer, find me there. I have
Darktown.
to settle with him.
All right, man. I'm just gonna follow you. Oh, I missed this. This is in regards to your inquiry into missing mages. Missing mages. I would like to remind you that the duty of seeking out missing mages would fall to the Templars of Starkhaven, not a minor nobleman from Kirkwall. I would also like to take this opportunity to remind you that the Circle of Magi as a whole does not welcome casual inquiries about the mages in its care.
Where's Starkhaven?
Where is Starkhaven, actually? We keep hearing about it.
Aren't you Hawk? Emmerich left not long ago. He said you'd arranged to meet tonight.
Perhaps you're mistaken.
I am not mistaken. You sent him a message a half hour ago.
Uh-oh.
I didn't send this. You didn't? Strange. Well, I don't know.
Crap, that's...
Strangely for months. It's probably just a misunderstanding.
That's not good. Somebody... someone's trying to get him. So what do we do now? Meet tonight, he said. Or she said, Mara said. Blind alley. Okay. Just not gonna go well. I hope he's okay. There's a body.
Some mage sent that thing here to kill him. Why would anyone?
It's Emmerich.
The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gascard Dupuis. Did he do this? I can't be certain of anything. Gascard may have tricked me.
I mean, he sounded convincing.
Do you know where he is?
Why would I lie? Is she just gonna go down there and get killed if I say?
He said he was going to Darktown. Darktown's a big place, but we'll find him. He's an apostate, and
we need help.
I want him hunted down. I will speak to the city guard about this. Gascard Dupuis will not escape.
Wait, I think I messed up. I think I should have lied because he might not have done it. It said quest completed. Okay, maybe for now it's complete. Night Terrors, Black Powder Courtesy. I need to read what that is.
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
I don't want to know.
She's always around.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
We haven't talked much recently. How have you been?
Good. I just love what Knight Commander Meredith's done with the place. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
No, I don't know. Anders kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Okay, let's see.
Is that making it harder for you? With justice?
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
Merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. One day, everyone in Kirk will have to choose a side.
That's cool and all. It's just the mages are kind of being a little problematic. Okay, that was it for him. Okay. We're gonna speak to Qunari. I'm really curious about what they have to say.
You are Hawk. A patrol went missing along the Wounded Coast. The Arashok says you have some semblance of honor. So tell me, did you kill them?
I can't be your only suspect. There's Qunari, Carter, Templars. Take your pick.
You think the bars in this city could fell a Karatam? Hardly. You are another matter. If you are not...
You don't know me.
I waste my time here.
I mean, he's right, but he doesn't know me.
It's hard to tell, but do they seem grouchier than usual?
Possibly.
All are forbidden, except you, for now.
Okay. What's the matter?
Sarah Hawk.
Messer?
Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Qunari have not.
But why are you here?
Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlock. You will want to hunt him.
Sounds like the recovery should be worth something to me.
1,000 lives. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawk. You will want to hunt him.
It took Javaris long enough to come up with this. Are you sure it was him?
Others have asked for the Gatlock, but only he chose to delude himself beyond no. Is 3 years so long to a hateful fool? I have no way of understanding such weakness. His crime seems obvious. Further evidence could be the deaths of many. I wouldn't wait.
I appreciate you bringing this to me.
I have long thought this city would destroy itself. This would only hasten the inevitable. Panahedon, Hawk. It will be interesting to see if you die.
So, hunting a thief. Asking at the coterie would be a good bet.
Okay. He is kind of frightening.
So, I never expected to be palling around with the captain of the guard.
We're not pals.
We're not? What about that time we painted each other's toenails?
Do you want something?
Love, life, and liberty. What more does a man need?
You're in a jolly mood.
Well, when you're here, I know you're not leading men into Darktown to arrest me.
You're on thin ice, Sanders.
We are. Limited districts, limited contracts. Keeps territory clear and separate from the start. He had a meager lot, but he skipped with dues outstanding. So up it goes.
Sounds like he's made a few friends. Can one of them point me his way?
Ask that about anyone else, I'd have you thrown out. This one, he owes me too. Javaris left in a hurry. I'd put him at Smuggler's Cut if he's avoiding patrols. It empties at a cave outside town. Tell him I said, don't come back.
Javaris doesn't exactly sound like a mastermind at work here.
Huh. It wants me to go this way? Okay, it starts here and ends at a cave outside town. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it is that merchant, isn't it?
You're not dead yet.
You? Granny's garters, she would hire you. I can't buy a break on discount. You know what? Go ahead. Take my head and pike it back to that sodding elf. I need the rest.
What in blazes are you talking about?
But you don't know? Then what? You're tracking for the Qunari? Then she did it. That elf got them after me for nothing. Bitch born.
The obvious thief was perhaps a bit too obvious.
Look, I'm minding business, same old. And out of the blue, some elf tries to kill me. Says she's got the Qunari powder and I'm her cover. I slipped her, hired some bodyguards, and ran for it. And now you're here. Great.
If you're innocent, you could plead your case to the Arashok.
Let's break this down. An elf with explosives wants me dead. Part 2, the Qunari may think I'm a thief and also want me dead. Either option seemed promising? Didn't think so. Here, you want to drag Dark into light? I had a man follow her. The elf's in Lowtown. I just want to get out with my dead guards. Thanks for that.
It's not his fault.
Wherever you're bound, Javaris.
Why would I kill him?
The farther the better.
Right. Got me a rosy future to plan out. Think I'll start by selling some boots. Sodding bunch of... Take a long breath on a short shaft, you blasted dog lord inroaders.
Alright then.
All of you, I can't fight the damned air. You want to live, stay out.
What's going on, Mason?
Guard Captain, there's... I can't even describe.
On your time, son.
Reports of some haze with a stench of rust and throw-up. There was a cloud, then a
Ooh.
mist. Anyone caught in the cloud just went mad. Then the others just wretched themselves dead.
All right, keep your post. We'll take it from here. He's a good man.
Oh, duh, the poison.
As bad as he says.
Let's hope this elf didn't try to make enough powder to sell.
Didn't sound like a merchant to me. Let's go.
Seems like a terrorist attack.
We need to stop this mist. Find the source.
Steel latch. Oh. Okay, easy enough. Wait. I didn't see this over here. There's a latch.
This should do the trick on those barrels.
There. Now there's even more. Okay. Okay, last one. There's the elf.
Easy. I'm just trying to find out what happened.
Is that Sarah Hawk? You have enemies. I'm glad it's you, really. These poor people. You are a much better target.
Who are you?
Explain yourself, now.
Qunari take my people. My siblings forget their culture, then go to the Qun for purpose. We're losing them twice. So I get some help from your people. We'll take the Qunari thunder, make some accidents, and make them hate it. But this is all wrong.
You were going to kill people anyway. That's not funny at all, really.
It can still work. They're hidden in your city. They'll enrage the faithful and make sure the Qunari are blamed. Me, I'm finished. I just need a few more bodies. A few more.
Why does that mean I'm the enemy?
The Arashok was right and wrong. You'll need to know about this.
Okay, we got the formula.
So, I was wrong about our thief.
It appears so.
They say we were careless with our trap, that this is our fault. But even without the Sarkamek, there would have been death. This elf was determined to lay blame at our feet. Selfishness, want, denial. How do you allow this to continue?
I'm the one that went after her.
If you dislike Kirkwall so much, why haven't you left?
Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal.
Okay.
You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified. You say we should leave, but how can you bear to stay in this chaos?
My welcome to the city was not so different from yours.
And yet you suffer it.
It's an opportunity to make a real difference.
Sten are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined. Could not this entire city benefit from that certainty? How else will you know when you have made a real difference?
He's free to choose to obey. That isn't contradictory to you.
He chooses to be, as do we all, long before any of your meaningless freedoms are presented. Your kind may force our rule to change, if the Qun demands.
That weak elf made a good effort at using your own weapon against you.
We have but one weapon, the certainty of the Qun. It cannot be used against
Y'all did nothing. I did it.
Doesn't matter. I am not here to fight. I am here to satisfy a demand you cannot understand.
Oh gosh.
It will take as long as needed. No ship is coming. There is no rescue from duty to the Qun. I am stuck here.
You could have built a ship by now, you know.
It is not about a ship. Filth stole from us. Not now, not the Sarkamek. Years ago.
What?
A simple act of greed has bound me. We are all denied Parvolin until I alone recover what was lost under my command.
What was lost?
That is why this elf and her shadows are unimportant. That is why I do not simply walk from this pustule of a city. Fixing your mess is not the demand of the Qun, and you should all be grateful!
Oh, he's a problem.
Thank you, human, for your service. Leave.
He's on the edge. The Viscount should know.
Quickly, get out of here. He wants to make everyone into slaves.